Morning, everyone. Well, I actually got up about 5:30 this morning and got some video, and then decided I was tired, so I crawled back into my car and went back to bed. So I did a lot of driving yesterday. Drove about 14 hours across Wyoming, Idaho, and Oregon, just to meet up with my friend Harrison. Now Harrison has a overlanding Porsche Cayenne, and we are going to be cruising up to the Arctic Circle together. But this morning we are on the Oregon coast, actually on the beach, and yeah, stay tuned for what we have in store today.
Alright, I just finished up our little beach session with Harrison. I figured it would be proper to kind of give him a proper introduction, let him tell you a little bit about himself, his background, and a little bit about what we're going to be doing.
Okay, sweet. So I'm Harrison Schoen, that's my name. I have been living in my Porsche Cayenne for about a year and a month or two now. I'm a Navy veteran. I started to live out of the car because it was cheap and have sort of built a social media following around it. So Evan and I are headed up to Banff, Canada, and then Tuktoyaktuk, which is in the Arctic Circle, and then all the way around Alaska, and then back down. Oh, also up to Prudhoe Bay. So we have quite the trip ahead of us. Very excited for it.
Awesome. Yep, well, lots of miles to put on the cars, and I'm super excited that Porsche Cayenne looks insane. Do you mind telling me a little bit about what you've done to this one?
So this one has gone over quite the progression over the last year and a half that I've owned it. It's now on 35-inch tires with 8-inch coilovers. Basically every sort of modification that would make it easier to travel and live out of. So all sorts of lights everywhere, a winch, bumpers, skids, and I beat the hell out of the car. So anything that makes that easier.
I'm sure we're going to need you to tow me out of a couple situations, possibly.
I hope not, but I am prepared to if that is necessary.
Yeah. Now the RS6 is it's been phenomenal considering. I mean, you know, its size and how high it is off the ground.
Yeah.
Did well on the beach this morning, and it's done well through everything I've put it through so far. So I'm excited to get it up.
I want to say our goal should be just to keep your splitter intact the whole time.
Yeah, I like that goal. All right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, so I am back on the road. I'm with Harrison, he's in front of me, and we had a lovely cruise from the beach this morning. Made a few more pit stops from there, got the cars cleaned up, got some gas, and now I am sitting in very slow traffic in Portland, Oregon. So we're actually headed towards Seattle right now. Well, Harrison is. I am actually going to split off and go stay in a hotel near Mount Rainier, just to kind of refresh myself a little bit and be able to work on some editing. Tomorrow I'm going to meet back up with Harrison, and we are going to start our little cruise up towards the border into Canada. Last night, Harrison and I went out and got a couple drinks drinks with somebody who reached out to him on Instagram, and I guess worked at a bar, and it was really awesome. They gave us some cool sweaters and shirts as well. And this morning we are parked on some little back road. We kind of camped out here last night. Today is the day that I find out if you can make it into Canada with a slightly out of date registration. Yeah, so I may or may not get in today. Harrison's going to go in. He's got an appointment in Vancouver with the Porsche dealership because his gas gauge stopped working. So if I can't make it in, I'm going to spend the week in Washington and wait for my registration to arrive in Florida, and I'll have my friend ship it here, and then yeah, I'll basically just have a week delay. That's quite all right because Washington's a pretty state, and I'm not trying to get my expectations up too much that I'm going to make it in, so I'm not going to be super disappointed if I don't.